Now, Larry, you're fat enough. You leave those for the new neighbors, you hear?
Here they come, everybody.
Oh.
Come on, Mother, they're here.
Did you notice? He went around and opened the car door for her. Looks like we're going to have one gentleman in the neighborhood after all.
Well, I did the same thing for her the day I showed her this house.
Doesn't he look a little old to be a young lawyer?
Honey, this is it. When I put this key in the lock, it's our dream come true.
Oh, Wilbur, our own home.
Yep. Our home, our land, our trees, our debts, our mortgages. It's all ours.
Wilbur, what are you doing? Wilbur, you haven't kissed me like that since we were married 8 years ago.
Just like that should last a while.
Well, you got here just in time. It was beginning to wear off.
Maybe you better stock up on that stuff.
Wilbur, no, the neighbors.
Who cares about the neighbors?
Oh.
Hey, neighbors, this is my wife, Carlotta, and I love her. Do you hear? I love her.
Reeves, who are these? Well, these are your new neighbors, here to give you a kind of good old-fashioned country welcome. This is my wife, Elsie, and these are the Thompsons, and these are the Bagbys.
And these are sandwiches.
Oh, Larry. And this is my son, Larry.
And this is my dog, Mike.
Wilbur.
Yes?
Isn't it time you put me down?
I'm sorry.
Wilbur's so sentimental.
Yeah, well, it's our first home.
I didn't know people did things like this anymore. It's all so wonderful.
I told you when you bought this house, these neighbors are mighty neighborly.
And we're going to try to prove it by getting out of here and giving you some privacy. Come on, Larry.
Come on, Mike.
Oh, and there's some coffee and sandwiches over there in case you get hungry. Well, thanks so much. And we're all having dinner at our house tonight. Why don't you join us? It's just next door. Well, we'd love to.
It's wonderful.
And I want all of you to feel free to drop in anytime. And you too, Larry. Oh, you'd better not encourage him.
Yeah, don't get too friendly with me. I'm a monster.
Goodbye. Don't forget dinner tonight. Okay, thanks a lot. Goodbye. Aren't they wonderful? Oh, isn't everything wonderful?
Hey, don't you get too friendly with me. I'm a monster.
Oh. Let's take a look at the rest of our estate.
Of course, my lady. Oh, you're gonna love it here, honey. You know, I used to live on a place like this when I was a kid. Yeah, a little paint, a little landscaping. Now, that rake. That's one of the first things you learn on a farm. That's dangerous, leaving a rake lying on the ground.
Yeah, if you're in your bare feet and you step on it.
No, honey. It isn't only that. You see, if you step on it, it might fly up and hit you in the head.
Oh. Wilbur, I'm sorry.
I told you what was going to happen, didn't I?
Well, I only proved you were right.
Yeah, well, next time, take my word for it. Huh, you see? Now, this place could be fixed up. Make it into a workshop for me.
Hey, how about a playroom for Junior?
You mean a little monster of our own?
Yes.
Carlotta, look.
A horse. Well, he wasn't here when we looked at the place.
He must have been out in the back grazing. Well, how about that, a horse?
Wilbur, let's get out of here. Get him out of here. Do something, Wilbur. Come on.
Take it easy.
Well, I'll be darned. You know, you're the most affectionate folks I ever saw in my life. Did you carry her across this threshold, too?
He tried to bite me.
Well, that's all right. You're married.
No, I mean that awful horse.
Oh, Well, that's the reason I came back. To explain about the horse. You see, when Mr. Oldfield sold you this house, it was only because he had to go back east on such short notice, and, well, he didn't have time to dispose of the animal. So he said to tell you to keep him if you feel he's worth his keep, or sell him for whatever you can get.
We'll sell
keep
him.
Now, if we keep him, we'll have a real farm.
Oh, Wilbur, haven't we gone to enough expense buying this house without adding the cost of a horse? Mr. Reeves, do you know how we can go about selling him?
Well, there's a man in Tarzan.
Now, wait a minute,
We
Carlotta.
are not keeping that horse.
Oh, you can't throw a horse out of his house
We're
just like
selling
that.
him, and that's that. Come on, Mr. Reeves.
You know, I'm glad to see you two fussing. I was worrying about you folks.
Oh, golly, old fella. I sure did want to keep you. Hey, what is this? There's no water and there's no oats. You must be starving. Hey, how about a ham sandwich? Oh, boy. Oh, I'm sorry I started this, old fella. Because the better you look, the more I want to keep you. Hold still. Now, just lift up your leg there. Well, how about that? It's hot in here.
Mr. Parker, this is my husband, Wilbur, and that's the horse.
Well, you should have let him guess. We ought to keep him.
I reckon I can take him off your hands for $50.
We'll take the $50.
Now, give it to her.
Yeah, ma'am, $50. This horse is lame.
Lame? Well, he sure wouldn't be any use to you that way.
Yeah, nothing out of place. Probably just a barn cramp.
Just a barn cramp, huh?
If the horse were in real pain, he wouldn't be holding his head that high. You know, the minute a horse is distressed or off his feed, the first thing you notice, that head drops way down. That animal is ailing.
Well, Carlotta, we can't take advantage of the man. Now you give him his money back.
Oh, this horse can't be too sick or he wouldn't even be on his feet. If a horse can stand up, he's worth $50. Give me back my $50. Horse trading is a dirty, thieving, conniving business at best, but this be... Just a minute. 10, 20, 30, 40, 45. Yeah, it's all here.
Oh, Wilbur!
We can keep him.
Keep him? How are we going to take care of him? I only hope I can find somebody who... I know. I'll call the SPCA.
How about that? Carlotta! Carlotta!
You come over right away. No, the horse is on his back. He's a very, very sick horse.
No, forget about that horse. He's perfectly all right.
What are you talking about?
The horse, he was only kidding.
Kidding?
He was only pretending to be sick so he could stay here with us.
Now, Wilbur, I know you want to keep him, but this is ridiculous.
No, it's true. Well, why do you think I winked back at him?
You wink back at him?
Well, he winked at me first. Yeah, you know, wink, 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 wink.
Oh, Wilbur, don't you feel all right?
Oh, forget about me. I tell you, that horse is perfectly all right. Here, look.
All right, Wilbur. If you want the horse bad enough to come in here like a child with this fantastic story about him winking and pretending, you can keep him.
Oh, boy. I didn't know owning a horse could mean so much to me. I guess it's because when I was a little boy, I always wanted a pony. Oh, it's been a long time since I was a little boy.
It's been a long time since I was a pony.
Who said that? No, it's impossible. Did you say it? No, you couldn't have.
Did you say it?
No. I didn't hear it. But I couldn't have. But I did. It's impossible. I don't believe it. Now, while I'm looking right at you, will you let me hear you say something?
Say what?
Anything?
How now, brown cow?
What is it, Wilbur?
Hold on! The horse! The horse... maybe you better sit down.
Well?
The horse talks.
You better lie down.
Oh, I know it sounds unbelievable. It's utterly fantastic, but it's true. I didn't believe it myself at first. And then I made him say something to me while I was looking right at him.
What did he say?
How now, brown cow?
Oh, Wilbur. This is dreadful. Darling, maybe you've been working too hard. Or, I know what it is. That rake, the bump on your head.
No. Yeah, that rake did smack me pretty hard. How do you feel?
Fine.
He talks.
Wilbur, you're going to bed.
No, no. Come with me. You can hear straight from the horse's mouth.
Wilbur, you're going straight to bed.
I'm not sick. All I want you to do is hear the horse talk.
Well, give him a dime, send him down to the drugstore and have him phone me.
Okay, be stubborn. But I'll prove it. Somehow I'll prove it.
Wilbur!
Oh, Pope, are you getting settled all right? Anything we can do?
Hey, Mr. Bagby, you've lived around here a long time, haven't you?
Ever since I got married, 16 years.
Well, then maybe you can help me convince my wife of something she's a little reluctant to accept. Now, not that she's unreasonable. It's just that, well, you know how illogical wives can be.
For 16 years.
Yeah. Now, Mr. Oldfield, the man we bought the house from, you were friendly with him.
Oh, yes.
Very friendly?
Very friendly.
Did you exchange confidences with each other?
Oh, sure. No secrets between us.
Did he ever say anything to you about his horse?
Well, what about his horse?
Did he ever tell you that his horse can talk?
Oh, no. Oldfield used to say a lot of funny things, but...
He never said anything about his horse talking, huh?
No.
Did the horse ever say anything?
The horse?
Yeah.
Well, did the horse ever say anything to you?
Yes. That's what I thought you could help me prove to my wife.
Oh. Well, I'm kind of busy right now, Mr. Pope, so if you'll excuse me, I've got to go inside. There's a door I've got to lock.
Oh, say, Larry. Say, Larry, there's something I'd like to ask you. Did you ever... Burns me up. My own wife, my own neighbors. I tell them you can talk, and they all think I'm crazy.
Well, that figures. If I told other horses I was talking to a man, they'd think I was crazy.
I guess you're right, old fella.
Stop calling me old fella. My name's Ed.
Well, all right. So we'll call you Ed, the talking horse. Why, you'll be rich, you'll be famous.
Right now, I'll settle for a sack of oats.
Oh, yeah. You do need some oats, say you. Where do you get them?
Go to Duffy's Feed and Grain store. Wilbur,
Yeah?
they give green stamps.
Maybe should have sold him the house in the first place.
I'm a real estate man, not a psychiatrist. How was I to know that
Any
he...
man that's mad enough to think that a horse can talk could kill us all right in our beds.
Oh, Florence.
Carrying his wife across the threshold after being married 8 years. That man is really crazy.
Hey, Mama! The lady from next door is coming.
Mrs. Pope, the crackpot's wife.
Don't let her hear you. It's not her fault, the poor dear.
Hello, Mrs. Crackpote. Mrs. Pope.
Well, I brought this back, and thanks so much. You really made us feel so welcome, all of you. You know, being new to the neighborhood, we do feel strange, especially Wilbur.
Yes, he does seem especially strange.
And it was so nice of you inviting us for dinner tonight.
Oh, the dinner.
Oh, Mrs. Pope, the dinner has been called off.
Called off? Yes, I know. It does seem very sudden.
Well, was someone taken sick?
Very sick.
Well, that's too bad. Well, I guess I'd better be running along. Thanks again for everything.
Nice knowing you.
Yes, it's been nice knowing you.
Mom! Shall I bolt the door?
It's the strangest thing, the way they acted toward me. Why, they even called off the dinner. I just don't understand it.
It's just their little minds. The typical jealous, envious neighbors. Just because I happen to have a horse that can talk. They're just jealous, that's all.
Wilbur! Oh, no! You didn't tell them about your talking horse.
Well, I don't...
Oh, I knew it was too good to last. Well, we can't possibly stay in a neighborhood where everybody thinks you're a crackpot.
Darling, the important thing is that you believe me. You're my wife. So for the last time, will you stop being stubborn and come out to that barn and let me prove the horse talks?
But I don't want to talk to the horse. I just want to talk to that doctor. Let go of me.
Not until I prove my point.
Wilbur!
Listen to me, you listen to him. All right, Ed, say something.
I don't want to listen to either one of you.
But don't just stand there, Ed. Say something.
Well?
I know why he won't talk. It's because you turned your back on him. He's very sensitive. Now, will you please turn around?
Oh, this whole thing is ridiculous.
No, please turn around.
Well, all right.
See, I told you he was sensitive.
I wouldn't believe that horse could talk if the two of you stood there and sang a duet.
Ed, how could you let me down like that? Why didn't you say something?
I tried, but the words just wouldn't come out.
You were having trouble talking to me.
But you're the only one I've ever talked to.
But it's utterly fantastic. How can it be?
This thing is just bigger than both of us.
Me. It's amazing. That explains everything. Hey, Carla!
Poor boy.
Carlotta! Hey, Carlotta, I know what you must think me dragging you out to that barn. It was silly of me to think that horse could talk to you.
Oh, Wilbur. Oh, thank goodness you've come out of it. Oh, darling.
Oh,
Well, it's true. He can't talk to everybody. Carlotta, that horse can only talk to me.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna prove he can talk. I'm going down to my office and get my tape recorder. I'll hide it near Ed's stall and get him to talk to me. And when I play it back, that'll prove something of those doubting Thomases. Yes, sir. Everyone may think I'm crazy, but now I'm going to prove it.
Hi, Wilbur.
Well, hi there, Ed. I was just putting this rake here so it won't get rusty. Oh, well, I guess the rest of the chores can wait until tomorrow. Well, Ed, I thought I'd just drop by and say goodnight to you.
Night, Wilbur.
Oh, by the way, Ed, old horse, I'm mighty flattered being the only human being you say you can talk to.
Oh, thank you, Wilbur.
Yes, you need a blanket or anything, Ed?
Nope, I'm fine.
Huh? Oh, you want me to close the window?
Nope. You can leave it open.
Good night, old horse.
Old horse. Hey, Wilbur.
Yeah?
Nice gadget you got there.
Oh, yes.
Tape recorder?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's a tape recorder. Well, good night, Ed.
How are you going to convince anyone the other voice on that tape is a horse? Hmm? Hmm?
Poor Carlotta. This was the day she waited for 8 years. A new start, a dream house. And what happens? We have to move. Why did you have to open your big mouth?
Now, let's not get hysterical. Let me think a moment. There's a way out. Now, listen. And you'd better take my advice. The first thing you'll do is rub some bird seed in your head.
What? It's absolutely ridiculous.
Early today, I stepped on a rake. The handle flew up and hit Wilbur on the head. Nothing serious, you understand. But somehow it started this hallucination about a horse talking. And if you don't mind, Wilbur would like to come in and explain.
Well, John, it won't do no harm to hear the man out.
No, it can't do any harm, John. Well, Mrs. Pope.
Oh, thank you. Wilbur. Darling.
Good evening, folks. I know that Carlotta has already told you about my injury. I just want you to know that it's perfectly all right now. And I also want you to know that I don't blame you for feeling about me the way you did. But you see, what actually happened was that during the dulling of my normal thinking process, my imagination took over. And, well, since all my life I've had a deep love and affection for animals, well, this particular trait manifested itself, and you know the rest.
Well, lots of people get hit on the head, and lots of people love animals. But a horse talking.
Oh, but my love for animals isn't just the ordinary. There's a rapport. Yes, something chemical and wonderful. Yes, a feeling of communication.
Oh, that dog takes to anyone.
Even burglars.
But it's dogs, it's all animals. Yes, cats and birds. Oh, that poor little thing. Locked in a cage. It's all right. It won't try to fly away. Not from loving people like you.
How do you know it won't fly away? Did it communicate with you?
Come, Carlotta. It's no use trying to convince them. Yes, we'll leave. Not only your home, but our home and the neighborhood. Oh, I don't blame you. Hello, kitten. Well, come, Carlotta. We'd better go home and start packing. I'm sorry. I tried to explain. Thank you for listening to me.
I wouldn't have believed it.
He must be a wonderful man. A wonderful man. And to think we're going to have him for a neighbor.
Hey, Ed, you asleep?
Not anymore.
Your idea worked like a charm.
Well, what did you expect?
It was sensational. Now, well,
Good night, Wilbur.
well, when the dog jumped up into my arms, they were a little dubious. But when
Night,
the cat
Wilbur.
leapt up on my shoulder, well... Good night, Ed.
I thought I'd never get rid of him. Talk, talk, talk.